and it is so great to be back here with a crowd that's just not Wisconsin proud, but a crowd that's Union proud. But for those, again, who may not know me, I'm Mandela Barnes. I'm proudly serving as Lieutenant Governor here because of the UAW for two reasons. As Tim mentioned, my dad. Now, one thing he got wrong is he said my dad was a UAW member. My dad is a UAW member. Still very active, from local 1866, assembling catalytic converters at Delphi. My dad spent so much time doing that work, and I'll tell you, he'd be the first to say that if you want something built right, you build it in Wisconsin. And if you want it built even better, you build it with union labor. Now, you know, union jobs are the reason, like I said, that I get to stand here today. My mother, proud public school teacher, very active in the Milwaukee Teachers Education Association. My grandfather, after he served in World War II in the Navy, he came back to Milwaukee and he was a union steel worker at A.O. Smith. Union jobs gave my family a ticket to the middle class. They opened the doors of opportunity for me that people can only dream of. And that is exactly what's at stake here today. Because the jobs that we're fighting for are the type of jobs that you can raise a family on. The type of jobs that let you pay down the mortgage and put some money away to get you through the tough times, but also money for a vacation because you deserve it. The type of jobs that let your kids go to college if they choose to. Or let you take care of your parents when they get sick without having to worry about putting food on the table. That's what union jobs meant for my family. And that's what it'll mean for 1,000 families if we can create those jobs right here. UAW workers have been making the best quality trucks here in Oshkosh for over 80 years. That is a legacy worth fighting for. Politicians like Ron Johnson, who instead of fighting for good paying jobs in his own hometown, he's just throwing his hands up. He's saying to hell with it. He's letting us go it alone. If Ron Johnson says we don't need more good jobs here, we don't need more Ron Johnson this November. You see, the senator is more concerned with the corporations that fund this campaign than the concerns of working people here today. Yes, he is. And that's why he's making excuses for Oshkosh Defense, and it's what he's been doing since he got to Washington a decade ago. And these excuses aren't fooling us, because we know that we have the best and the most skilled workers right here in Oshkosh. We're even building the highest quality vehicles for almost 100 years. Because like my dad always said, there's no substitute for union labor. Because when you have workers who are paid a living wage, when you have workers who are rewarded for their skills, when you have workers who can band together and fight for quality of life and better working conditions, that's what makes a company thrive. And that's why no one can touch Wisconsin manufacturing. And that's exactly why I've called on Oshkosh Defense to reverse their decision. I've called on members of Congress, and I even sent a letter to President Biden himself asking him to do everything in his power to bring those jobs home, and I'm not going to stop. We know at the end of the day this is about more than a balance sheet. This community has supported Oshkosh Corporation for 100 years, and it's time they support us. I've been fighting for Wisconsin workers for a long time, right alongside many of you who are here today. From my time as a community organizer, fighting against Act 10, to when I was in the legislature, fighting against right to work and the repeal of prevailing wage. And I am running for the United States Senate because you need to send a son of a union family to fight for the middle class in Washington. To fight alongside our great Senator Tammy Baldwin and to bring opportunity to every corner of this state, because I believe that our best days of manufacturing in Wisconsin are ahead of us, not behind us. And I know you believe it too. That's why you're here today. And I will always fight side by side with you to support our unions, to keep manufacturing at home, and to create better jobs in Wisconsin, everybody. Thank you so much. And let's bring these jobs home. Solidarity.